Hello survivors and welcome to another Soulstone survivor video. As you can see, we are in the alpha again, popping some balloons in the background over there, but we're actually playing on the Cursed Captain. We did speak about the patch yesterday. Today we're going to be showing you a really cool build. I've been thinking about how to get it to work, so it's still trial and error. This isn't perfect. However, we are going to be using his brand new skill typing Gunpowder, using Gunpowder Burst, so we are going to be using his first weapon. And a couple of things with this is, one, we've got the artifact power with it, so we've got the exposed from the ghost crew with this weapon, which is fantastic. We then have it requiring ammunition to activate the actual skill. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the ammo box, which is the best ability to get yourself ammunition. It gives you 1 ammunition every second. We're going to run Divine Legacy so that we're able to increase the amount of ammo boxes we drop it every single time, as well as also get ourselves thrust to blast. And then we're going to get some cool little skill chain going as well, because the skill itself can skill chain and then bypass the ammunition use, but you do need to kind of get that up and running. So we're going to run a blast thrust combo and we're going to see how that goes. So we'll do about maybe an Overlord first cycle and then an Overlord cycle 1 or 2. We'll see how we feel, but we start off with his first weapon, the plunder shot, first skill as well, where it's a new ricochet skill, so it looks really cool. But I really am excited to show you guys the well, there's Cursed, by the way, the tentacles, so cool. Everything is like this ghostly green hue. I'm really excited to show you his ascension. Do keep in mind, one, it gives us it applies fragility, and it also gives us critical strike chance as well as damage modifier. So we are running thrust because we want to have as much crit as possible. The reason for this is, once we get Gunpowder Burst, I'll show you the kind of passive upgrades you get for it. You get an insane amount of critical strike damage from the actual skill as passive upgrades from your level ups. So we do want that. You get damage, I think it's damage, area of effect, and then critical damage. And because of that, we want to try and get as much crit chance as possible. So we're using a thrust to gain access to that crit as well, so we don't have to really focus on it. Now this over here, the ghost ship, has a common upgrade that we want, nothing else. Everything else can kind of wait. But over here, we're going to grab ourselves Shark Tooth. We did take it in our skill mastery thrust. This is the Cursed Captain's second weapon skill, but it is thrust. It gives us exposed, it gives us form, and it gives us more cursed as well. So we're going to grab that. We can grab the damage for it. We don't need this. We're going to get rid of it. So we're going to go from there. We're not going to take Leviathans. There's ammo box, really good. Leaves an ammo box at your position for a few seconds and grants ammunition every 1 second. Perfect. We're going to grab expansives as well, so it can increase the area of effect of the ammo box, so it gives us more freedom of movement. Although by the time we get a lot of cast frequency or multicast going, we should be putting them down quite frequently. Now, as you can see, we do have this green bar by us or below us that is slowly running out. That is our ascension. Our ascension is currently up. Haven't seen the ghost ship quite yet, or I didn't really focus on it. But while it is running, there is a ghost ship that will be, driving along the map, which then shoots cannonballs at everything. So when you see these cannonballs there, the ghost ship is over there, and it drives around shooting cannonballs at all the enemies. So that's what his ascension does, along with giving us crit chance and damage, which is really good. Okay, there's thrust. So again, another skill that we took that gives us resilience as well. So we get the armor and then we also get the crit chance. So that's why we took it. No other reason but for that. We also take the form to haste, but I'm not really interested too much in this, although we do eventually get haste to finesse. So we can lock that, or maybe it wasn't the best time to do that, but we're fine. Here's the ghost ship, increases the critical strike chance gained while the ghost ship is active. So instead of 25%, it's now going to give us 35%. And now we're just looking for more of the skills. There's Arctic Assault, perfect. We still need to find the main skill of the show. It just doesn't want to show up. Here we go, there it is. Fire a blast in a cone in front of you, causing damage based on the number of enemies hit. Requires ammunition, gain cursed, and it's got the gunpowder trait, which we spoke about yesterday. It is the only skill that is allowed to consume the ammunition bar. So there we go. The only skill that we've got left to grab will be us. Ooh, what did we actually want? Oh yes, it's on guard. So we are looking for on guard. Until then, I guess we can just grab ourselves a quick strike, just because we don't want that. Now the reason I have taken less, we say it is, the reason I've taken, okay, I just want to lock this. Didn't get what we wanted. Now the reason we've actually only taken 2 of the blast skills is because if, and I might be wrong with this, but from my own testing, the way that skill chain works, or at least for me, is the more skills you have of a single type, the skill chain is more likely to go from that skill to the next skill that you don't have. So because I have 4 thrust skills and only 2 blast skills, you are able to find a blast to thrust, but I'm more likely to find a thrust to blast because of that. So because of that working that way, I have gone for 4 thrust skills instead of going for multiple blast skills that will give us ammunition. So we are trying to get some skill chain in this working as well, and I found that this is one of the ways that we can do that. So yeah, just I could be completely wrong with it. It might not work that way at all, but it's just been like my personal, see, there we go, thrust to blast. We do have thrust to arc as well because we have the arc skill. I'm actually going to banish this because we don't want it. We only want thrust to blast, and that's going to give us the ammo boxes as well as our gunpowder burst as a choice to get more often. Alright, so we can go and increase that. I should have maybe taken the slow, I should have maybe taken the multicast there, but it's fine, it's not the end of the world. We're going to take a couple of slows. Cast frequencies are very important. Over here, lethality is perfect. And again, we are just waiting for the upgrade to get on guard. And then we're not going to grab anything there because we're actually going to be replacing that. So let's see, maybe we can re-roll it. On guard, nope, doesn't want to show up just yet. On guard is going to give us exposed form as well as bulwark. Bulwark being block, so it's another level of defense. The only thing we're kind of missing is a thrust skill that has, holy, so that we can get some healing. But unfortunately, there isn't one that can give it to us, so we don't have anything. No healing on the character. These green little souls over here will increase the time that your ascension is up. There isn't anything like all the other characters usually had an upgrade or passive that allowed you to gain more of the ascension or make it last longer or whatever the case may be. There isn't anything like that with the Cursed Captain. It's literally all just damage or crit chance and making the actual skill deal more damage. But that's okay. There we go. We're going to grab that. We're going to go and replace it. That's all the skills, so we can push G to skip active skills now. And now we just look for cast frequency as much as possible. And that's going to give us more skill chain as well. So skill chain as well as cast frequency. And then, like I mentioned in the beginning, Divine Legacy is both there for the ammo box, so we can get more ammo boxes out, so we can get more ammunition, so that the skill fires more often. And then also so that we can get the legendary skill chains from thrust to blast as well. So that's a bit of a kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We actually get quite a lot of skill chain from it, and then we also get a really good buff to the ammo box because we get multiple of them being put down all the time as well from it. So there we go, perfect example. I actually do want the AoE as well, so we're going to lock that. There is thrust to blast. We're now on 16%. Area of effect, beautiful. Multicast chance is beautiful. And the higher we get the area of effect on ammo blast, the ammo box, sorry, the less we have to move around, or the more we can move around, is what I mean actually. We're still able to sit inside the ammo box while we are fighting bosses, or while we're inside the Ascension trying to get it. But as you can see, we took quite a lot of damage from there, being a bit risky unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. As you can see, there's only really one set of bosses left before we have to worry. Okay, we no longer need any more arse. There's the area of effect. Like I mentioned, you get one area of effect. Grab some health, because the more health we have, the easier it will be to survive. But we're also looking for the crit damage upgrades, because those are the ones, and they're juicy upgrades. They are juicy upgrades. So they are going to be like 100% increased critical damage, and that's above and beyond your actual critical damage as well that you have. So a skill like this might be really, really good on someone that focuses on crit damage. So like I mentioned, this is just like a training kind of video. This isn't the best build possible for this. I'm gonna still look at getting better ideas out there and see what we can get going, but it's definitely out there as being very, very strong. We just missed having our Ascension up, so we lose 45% damage increase over there. But even without the damage, you can see we still deal a decent amount of damage. And there we go. So let's go into the portal. It did take us quite a long time actually, 6 minutes and 10 seconds, but I think it's also because we just didn't have this for long enough. So we'll see. It could still be very, very strong. I think our options haven't been the greatest, but we got to give it more chance. What else is nice about ammunition is, as you can see, it also goes onto your ghost crew. Unfortunately, because we're using gunpowder burst, we aren't. Although I don't know if it will work on them. Let's see if it consumes. It should consume the stacks, because those are not the same as our own character. I see them consuming stacks, but I don't think it works on the summons. Unless it just counts that one swing counts as 5 swings. That would be really cool, but I don't think it works that way. Alright, so we can grab ourselves a thrust. No, we'll grab the disarray there. Grab ourselves a bit of movement speed. There's another thrust to blast. We don't have any rerolls right now, but the more we level up, the more rerolls we'll get. We do only have 4, but we will try and get a little bit more while we keep playing, and try and get to be a little bit more powerful. Just make sure we aren't really hit by anything. I was thinking about doing this with like multicast mastery and arcane, because of brittle, and again not multicast mastery, sorry, the arcane power for the multicast. But I don't know if you really need the multicast from that as much as you think you would. Maybe we are sitting on 86%. You can probably get a lot more from it anyway. But there we go, there's a nice damage upgrade. We get the area of effect upgrade, disarray. We can grab movement as well, but we want the area of effect for the ammo box as well, so we're going to lock that. Grab it. And see what else we can get going over here. Man, it is hard to talk right now. Just grab more disarray. We can grab the damage over here. I really want to find the... That's a very good one. So we're actually going to grab that rather instead of damage. Damage would have been good. We couldn't really lock it though. But now we do have a lot of ammo boxes being spawned at once. We get 5 units cast every time, which means that we are going to get a lot of ammunition every time. While we're in there, you can actually see it by our character's head, the amount of ammunition we are getting, and just how much damage we'll end up doing from there. So it's going to be interesting to see the amount of damage we're actually doing, but I think it's in a good spot. Alright, to grab more HP, we can grab even more area of effect. Cast frequencies are the best. I'm not going to go bleed So we're not going to grab that. We banish it. But I wonder how happy YouTube's bitrate or encoder is going to be with this build. Probably not very happy because of the ammo boxes spawning all the time. Alright, area of effects. We don't need the slow to disarray anymore. Now we can just go for block. Since there's nothing better to grab, defenses are the next best thing. I'm just not... So the only problem right here is RNG. We're just not getting those juicy upgrades to give us... I mean, even when we re-roll twice there, we're just not getting the upgrades. We could go to level 100. I think we probably will make it. And then that's going to give us another legendary option, which will hopefully be a skill chain. But it might be better to go like a 2-2-2. So getting ourselves... maybe projectile as well, so we've got dazed and things like that. So we got blast, dazed and thrust, could be very, very good, or something to that effect, just because right now I think there's less chance of having skill chain, and we need that skill chain for the skill. Well, we don't need skill chain because we've got quite a lot of ammunition already, but it would be nice to have that skill chain to try and get it to activate as much as possible. Okay, let's see. Let's go for that. Crit chance is at 100%, so we're fine. We don't need any more. We just needed 100% so we could get the crit going. However, we haven't seen a single crit damage upgrade to the gunpowder burst, so that's really unfortunate. Just super unlucky. There's been other times where I've hit like 400% crit damage in the first 10 levels, and then the one time I click record and it just doesn't happen at all. So a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. There's not much we can do about that. We just got to keep going, and that's the one thing about these games. RNG plays a really big role in them. It's all of them though. It's not just like Soulstone Survivors. Any one of these games that you play, RNG is a very big factor in them. Alright, where? Oh, there's the Ascension over there. Fantastic. We can go and grab more area of effect. Even more area of effect. As you can see, Gunfire Burst is getting really, really big in terms of area of effect now. And ammo boxes making it very difficult to see things. I wonder if the developers could make it that, oh, I mean, visually it's still okay. I don't mind it, but... maybe they can make it that the red lines or the red circles and that supersede the yellow so that it is clearer to people who struggle to see the red. I know you can turn down the special visibility, but it's nice to see the skill in all its glory all the time. So I mean, yes, I can go to 0.4, we still see it all, but it's just nice to have it sitting on the max when you want it to be, and still see everything that the game has to offer you visually. Look at the gunpowder firing off. Now you can aim it, which is what I'm doing, and by aiming it we get to be really, really strong with it as well. But unfortunately not as much skill chain. We could go further, but we lack the healing. So we will refine the build and visit it again, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you got to see the skill. I really do enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the Ascension. Let me know about that down in the description. Down in the comment section. And yeah, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.